For OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm Jay Reddick. We're here with UFC lightweight top contender Donald Cowboy Cerrone. He's in town to promote the fight coming up December 19th.
Correct.
For the lightweight title with Rafael dos Anjos.
Yes, sir.
First of all, welcome. Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
I heard, I was reading on your social media and everything, you went to Universal last night.
Yeah, we went to, that was as we landed and we knew the big 25th anniversary Fright Fest was going on, so everyone said, you got to go, you got to check it out. So, of course, that was something on my list of things I had to get off and do. So
I was going to say, have you done that before?
No, never. I mean, I'm a Halloween fan. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year. So we try and catch haunted houses, and that was they say the best in the world, so it was cool.
What was your favorite house to look at?
Probably the Walking Dead or the American Werewolf in Paris. I mean, just because we've seen the movies, and they really, the sets and stuff were a lot the same, so it was cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. You seem to me, just from what I've read and what I've seen of you, you seem to be a guy who just you'll come to Orlando, you'll get some training in, but you'll go to Universal. You seem to find the good times wherever it is you go.
Yeah, I like to ride into town, take it for all it's worth, and then go home.
One thing I know you've been into a lot is some of the extreme sports, some of the wakeboarding and the snowboarding and that kind of stuff. I might be going wakeboarding here today, actually, as soon as we're done. So, buddy Rusty Milnowski lives up in Claremont, so we'll probably head up there and go play with him a little bit today. Not bad.
Nah.
Doing stuff like that during times like this, that's got to make your coaches pretty nervous.
No, my coaches are well aware of the lifestyle I live, and they're right there with me. So they don't. The crew I have with me now understands how we're all geared the same. So there's no you shouldn't do that more. We should do more of that. So
yeah, that and Dana White's probably always
checking
in on you.
Now, on the other hand, it's a real different story. But he's learned to just go ahead and let it ride.
Cowboy's going to do what Cowboy does.
Right, he shows up and fights. So what else can we ask?
Talking about all that, I mean, between your job and your interests and everything else, what's the scariest thing you've ever done?
Man, probably, I don't even know, man. Probably when I used to go and ride bulls, that was pretty scary. But once you do it once, then it was just kind of just another thing to do. I'm not real sure what the scariest thing I've ever done. I don't know, but if you put me in a spelling bee, I'd probably be pretty scared.
Now, you rode bulls for a little while for a living, didn't you?
Yeah. No.
When how old were you when you branched over to fighting?
I was in
full time?
high school when I started riding bulls. So I was 17, 18, 19, 20-ish. Right around. I remember I took my first fight in New York City. And I wasn't 21 yet. I had a fake ID trying to get into all the bars and such out there. So that's a pretty good timetable for me to know. I remember literally so I'm 32 now. So
you've been at it for 10, 11 years.
Yep, exactly.
Excellent. Talking about the last time you were in Orlando, at least in Orlando on business. I mean, we're a year and a half ago. You take on Edson Barboza. You get a submission win. Do you have specific memories of that trip and of that fight?
No, the trip was good. We came down 10 days early. Came down through Louisiana. We went to Bourbon Street, hung out, ate some crawfish and jambalaya, and we're probably going to mirror that same trip almost the same way. That was a good time. Do a lot of wakeboarding, hanging out. I'll stay up at Rusty's house. He's got a nice little spread for us to hang out at his house. We're away from everything, kind of just hang out, living. And as far as the fight, man, that's just another day for me. So that's just work. But being down here in Florida, I love it. It's a good time. We went to Universal, and it's my little brother and sister's birthday, so they're coming down. We're going to take them to Disney, so we'll be in Disney World when we're down here. I don't know, screwing off, having a good time.
Excellent.
Probably not what you think. Prepping for a championship fight, I don't know. That's just my way.
Well, talking about championship fight, what does winning this championship mean to you?
Well, it means I'm probably the only guy who's going to tell you I'm not in it for the belt. I don't give a shit at all. Yeah. It means more money. It means, better pay for me. So that's the overall goal. It also means being able to say you're the best in the world or something.
Yeah.
So that's cool. The actual belt itself, I don't care, man. A lot of guys, that's what their whole goal in this sport. They come in, they're like, I just want to get my hands on that belt. And, man, I just want to have a legacy, man. I want people to know when Cowboy Cerrone fights, we're tuning in, we're watching. That's what I want. I want them to be like, wow, you are my favorite, man. You are like a true blue. What you say, you do, and I mean, just across the board, good dude. And to me, that's more important than holding the title. I don't care, but yeah, I'm gonna get this on, bitch. That's my plan. So.
Is it personal between you guys? It seems like it's gotten personal.
No. Those days of getting things so I just pick at him and get under his skin. It has nothing. Yeah, what he says to me, like, fine, I don't even bother to pay attention. So yeah, no. I've learned my lesson. Getting, when you fight angry. You see all the old martial arts movies and those guys. That's real stuff. Like, Daniel's son. Don't fight out of anger. Fighting. Right. Yeah, when you fight mad, you lose. You get tunnel vision and you just so no, I don't even pay attention to him anymore. I don't care. Like, if he were to say something to me face to face, we'd have a problem.
Right.
Say something to me over social media, whatever, dude. So no anger. Don't care. Yeah. Come time to fight, I'm excited. Unfortunately, he's only going to get half of the money he came to get. So, but hey.
Yep. It seemed like, talking about face to face, it seemed like on the Go Big media event a couple months ago. It seems like you had a little tension face to face there.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Like, that wasn't even face to face. That was McNugget trying to talk to me over video. But when we stood face to face 15 minutes prior to that, he had nothing to say. You know what I mean? When I could reach out him, So I felt like I was an exhibit at a zoo, and the cage was put up so he could poke the bear through the cage. But when he was standing next to the bear, he didn't want nothing to say to it. So that's what I felt like. It got him mauled his ass back there. So.
Oh man. So I know that, again, going back to Orlando, I mean, that was in the middle of a point that you were fighting 6 times in the course of a year.
Yeah.
I mean, you like to stay pretty busy.
Love it. I love it. Not only do I love it, my coaches love it, on a financial reason. I mean, this is what we do.
Right.
If you asked me, Cowboy, would you do this for free? If I had a good job, I'd probably do it for free. So this is my good job, So financially, I've come accustomed to making money and spending it like a complete jackass. So I gotta keep it rolling in.
Yeah.
So and I love it. It's my passion. It's my favorite thing to do. Getting in a fight. Like, had I not had the UFC, I'd probably still be out I'd be the tough guy at the bar. Like, that'd be me. I'd be that guy. So fighting, I absolutely love it. Love it. So 6 fights, yeah. And I don't understand why these guys pull out of fights. I mean, and don't want to take fights. They want to fight once a year, twice a year. Maybe they're making a lot more. Maybe they're making McGregor money. You know what I mean? That's where I need to get. So, but the funny thing is that now you're talking about making McGregor money, $7 million. I would still fight 6 times a year. Now I'm making 6 times. So to me, that's a mathematical equation that I want my right pocket to be as big as my left pocket. That's just what I want. I don't know. So yeah.
Well, I mean, some guys, their bodies probably couldn't take 5 or 6 times a year.
Which is why I put the alcohol in. I think the alcohol really just, kills my brain cells and helps me. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think playing has a lot to do with equal balance, right? So when I wake up some days and I tell my coaches, "Hey, man, we're gonna go to leg day," they're like, "Yeah, let's rest," or "We're gonna take a week off," or "We're gonna go hard." And it's just it's a super great balance we have. And when I'm in camp, my coaches actually live with me. They come down because I want, like, Henry's here, my Thai coach. I want him all the way across the board of seeing me wrestling. So it's an even playing field, man. They know when to pull, when to push, and it's a good recipe we got, I think, for me. And they play with me, so that's the best part. They kind of get paid to play. So hey.
And it's something where they're there to train you, but also keep you accountable for making sure you put enough work in with the play.
Yeah, they've never had to really check me. I don't think. They've never said, "Hey, man, we kind of put a little more." When it's time to work, we work. And that's the balance we have. So you see on social media, like, "Dude, this guy's crazy. He's living life." But what you don't see is I don't just post pictures of me in the gym every day, but we're there, we're working.
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you. Do I go out and drink and have a good time? Hell yes. Am I gonna go out tonight? Yes. But we put our time in, and when it's time to work, it's time to work. I've never gotten like gassed out or tired in a fight where it's like, oh man, he's not training right. I'm fit. I'm ready to go. And so will I play? Oh yeah.
Does there come a point? I know most people sort of have a set time and say 7 or 8 weeks out, I'm locked in and I'm on the road towards December 19th. Does that spot come for you, or is everything?
Everything's just. I mean, it kind of happens when I bring my coaches in, and but other than that, no, man, we don't really like say, okay, this week we're really turning it up. I mean, if you stay ready, you have to get ready, right? So that's kind of the attitude we have. That's how we're able to. I mean, if I told you what my schedule looked like between now and the fight, you'd be like, dude, when are you going to train? I got a deep sea fishing thing training. Snow's falling. I got my snowmobile. We're going to go up to the mountains and ride for 3-4 days straight. And I mean, it's just so. But being in shape and staying ready allows me to do all that. And plus, it like feeds my soul. And that's my most important thing. I need to go in there clear-headed and know. I don't know. I don't have an answer to my madness. It's just I don't. I really don't. It makes me feel good, So that's what I do.
What's the latest new thing that you've tried?
Well, I'm starting base jumping. That's my new thing I'm gonna do. So I really want to get in a squirrel suit and jump off the side of a mountain. So I have to take these courses to do all that. So that's my next thing that I'm gonna attack. I'm actually coming here to Orlando to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Parks Bonifay, who's sponsored by Red Bull, has a whole. So, anyways, get all that set up. Get my skydiving certification where I could jump solo and then get on to base jumping. So that's my that's the next chapter in my life.
I like it.
Yeah.
You talk about again 6 fights in a year, and now that you're number one contender, they put you on ice for 7-8 months.
Killing. Well, that's because Frankenstein had his wing off the pills, so he with that. I really truly believe, he said he was hurt, but I mean, it's just whatever he's got to do. He's ready now. So yeah, they made me sit and they made me wait. But this new drug testing policy is really gonna really level the playing field. And I proudly and honorably can say I've been offered many supplements, many things while they've come, and I've never done it because I never wanted it to be a point where they had to take it away from me,
Right.
So, plus getting suspended for a year would cripple my having fun. So,
again, you got to keep the pockets filled to be able to be able to do the other thing.
Yeah.
What makes you a better fighter than Rafael is?
And I think it's just up here now, really. I really do. I just believe. Well, I believe I could beat anybody. So that's like what I think. Like if we were down a dark alley and 4 guys come at me, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's just like the sickness in my brain though. So
right.
I'm not intimidated by the guy at all, and so I believe I'm better whip his ass. Like that's what I believe, and so it's just making this do what this wants to do is all, and so. I've kind of gotten in a good rhythm, and we got the coaches and everything working. It's just making sure I show up. I'm there. I'm alive.
Does a 5-round title fight mean anything different?
Like I said, I don't care. I get better. The more rounds. I mean, the last fight I had with Frankenstein, round 2 and 3. I mean, one round it'd have been on.
Yeah.
He hit me real hard in the first round, and I really had no idea where I was. That was the hardest I've been hit in a long time. So, my hats off to dude. He beat me. Got no excuses, no rhyme or reason, but. Yeah, I get better, stronger.
Yeah, you guys were both different fighters then. I was
sure. Yeah.
Couple years go by. That's something that you'll use to scout or just get lessons from?
You mean do I like watch him? No, I don't watch any tape. I very rarely even watch myself fight. But yeah, I could honestly tell you, I've seen him firsthand when he beat me, and I seen him when he beat Pettis the last time I was live. Seen it. So really, other than that, I've seen the guy fight too much. Don't watch any tape on him. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't really care. I don't care at all.
You just stick to your own training. Get yourself the best you can.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So other than avoiding that punch again, what's your prediction for the fight?
well, I'm definitely gonna win. You know, I think I want to knock him out. I want to knock the brick off his head. So that's kind of what would be nice to do. I don't know if I can call a round, but definitely I'd like to finish it. It'd like to be a stoppage for sure, absolutely. And I don't want like a referee stoppage. I want like a face down stoppage. You know, really, yeah. So
I like it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Well, Cowboy, thank you so much for coming by. Again, this is Donald Cowboy Cerrone, #1 contender for the UFC lightweight title, and you can read more.
New champion of the world.
Yeah, come December 19th at Amway Center.
That's it.
Tickets on sale tomorrow, or you can get them now through OrlandoSentinel.com MMA.
Perfect.
And thank you for coming by, and good luck.
Alrighty, thank you, sir.
Take care.
Absolutely.
Orlando Sentinel newspaper, check it out, yeah. Do us the favor. Promise that you will love it later. I promise we got Central Florida flavor.